Welcome to the weekly challenge. My name is Tim Corey, and it's my goal to make learning C# easier. One of the ways learning C# becomes easier is through practice. In this video, I'm going to challenge you to identify palindromes, which are words or numbers that are both the same both forwards and backwards. Now to get started, if you're on YouTube, follow the link in the description to go to the challenge lesson. This lesson is part of the weekly challenge course. There you can see and download this video, but also right below the video, you'll see a download for the instructions. Use this to get started. Now you may also notice there's another lesson right after this one, and that has a solution for this challenge. To get the solution for this challenge and every challenge I've ever issued, you'll need to subscribe to the course. When you do, every solution will unlock. Then you can download every video and all the source code. You'll also be set up to get the new challenges and solutions a bit early each week. You definitely don't need to purchase anything, but if you want the help and advice, the solutions are there for you. So let's look over the challenge sheet. The goal is to create a console app that can identify if a word is a palindrome, meaning the same forwards and backwards, like race car. Notice the R at the beginning and the end, and the A, both sides of that, and the C, both sides of that, and the E in the middle. So that's the same if you flip it around. That's a palindrome. Now also create an overload method to check an int to see if it's a palindrome. So 12321 or 1221, those are both palindromes that are numbers. Okay, so that's the basic challenge. Now, once you conquer that, move on to the bonus challenge. I want you to ignore spacing, casing, and special characters when identifying palindromes. For instance, stack cats is a palindrome. It's just there's a space there. Take that space out and then do the comparison. You'll see it's a palindrome. So I want your code to do the same thing. Same thing with casing. If the S in stack was capitalized, it should still compare to the lowercase s in cats. Also, create an overload method that handles doubles as well. So for example, 12.321 is still a palindrome. Okay? Now, this seems a little simple, but at the same time, it's really not. You got to think things through and identify how you're going to tackle this in a way that is at least somewhat performant. Now, the one thing I want to challenge you on is don't make this overly complicated. Not at first, at least. In fact, my solution isn't going to be terribly complicated. I'll point out a few things to make it a little more feature rich or something like that. But the reality is you want to get the job done first. If you create an overly complicated, overly optimized solution, you're not really going to save a whole lot of time, but you are going to make it more difficult for the person coming after you. So just think that through as you're building your solution. Now also, there's a lot of solutions out there in the web. I would encourage you not to look at them until after you've built yours. The point here is not to copy somebody else's work, but instead to learn how to do it on your own and challenge yourself to be able to grow your programming and logic processing abilities. Okay? So you got it? I hope so. Good luck and happy coding.